In fact, making a million is only quick and easy. It's enough to just be in the right place at the right time. But how to make sense of all this? Let me give you a little hint. In the coming year, we are expecting a bull market. This is when everything grows faster than you can blink, and the show has just started. And there are three factors that confirm the bull market has already started. First, the history of Bitcoin is cyclical, and on this chart you can see Bitcoin's return over time. And as you can see, this story is not just about endless growth. There are two phases, bullish and bearish. Bullish, when everything is growing and people become millionaires. Bullish, because it's as if the bull is feeding everything with its horns. And bearish, when everything, on the contrary, falls. It's as if the bear hits with its paw and everything falls down. And then it's looped in a cycle. And the easiest way to become a crypto millionaire during a bull market, but with only one condition: if you bought everything during the bear market. This way you can buy crypto at the lowest price and of course sell at the very peak, and this difference is tens of thousands of percent. But what to do now when everything seems to have already grown and Bitcoin is breaking its historical highs? Don't panic, you can't even imagine how good your position is right now to start. At the end of the video I will give a clear list of coins that have huge growth potential but are still not pumped and are at their price bottom. The second factor of the bull market is the Bitcoin halving in April 2024. This is event after which the reward for miners for mined block is halved. This is programmed, and with each such cycle it leads to an increase in the value of Bitcoin, because miners don't want to sell everything at a loss. And if we return to the cyclicality of Bitcoin historically, after a certain number of days the price reaches peak values. And at the end of the video I will announce the exact date of Bitcoin's peak growth based on previous cycles. And the third moment is the adoption of a spot ETF for Bitcoin. I understand, it's scary, but let's put it this way. An ETF is such an instrument through which you can legally and officially invest in cryptocurrency in Bitcoin for large investors. And at the beginning of this year, 11 such funds were already approved. What does this mean? Look, in fact, this is a sign that now the largest investment funds can invest in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin works such a way that the more money is poured into it, the higher its price. And you need to play on this. Look at the gold chart after creation of ETFs. Although not immediately a crazy growth occurred. And all such events that you can earn on, I first notify in our free Telegram channel. The link is left in the description. But what should we do now to get rich on the next bull market? That is just about to start. Maybe it's worth investing the whole savings, all the money, everything that we can possibly reach into Bitcoin, because it's growing so cool. It's questionable decision, and it has two pitfalls. First, before the full bull cycle starts, there can still be huge corrections. That is, Bitcoin can still fall significantly, say by 30%, quite easily. This is not necessary, but such a possibility exists. Accordingly, we have a window of opportunity when it's worth taking Bitcoin not at very peak, but when it has slightly dropped. And this can happen at any moment. So you just need to be in control. Just always follow the price, or at least set a limit orders. And in fact, no one knows 100% where the price will go. And the second pitfall, Bitcoin will not give crazy 100x anymore, because it has a huge capitalization. It already has a lot of money in it. Yes, it can grow. Yes, I think it will grow, but it won't grow by 100 times anymore. Therefore, to really get rich, you need to have a good diversified portfolio. Here are 3 portfolios, depending on the risk. Note, the first option is when low risk. 70% in Bitcoin, 20% in altcoins with medium capitalization, and 10% in altcoins with low capitalization. Medium risk, the same, but 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in altcoins. And high risk, the same but 25, 25, 50. With Bitcoin, everything is clear, and we can choose assets with high capitalization on the CoinMarketCap website in the cryptocurrency section, selecting from the top 15 coins and distributing them. About how to technically do this you can watch in this video on our channel. Now to the sweet part. Everything we did up to this point was more about safety and risk distribution. But what really makes you millionaires are the coins with small capitalization. Look at how much is already established coins have pumped at the moment, but during the bull market of 2021. Look at the growth of Bitcoin and the growth of these coins. For example, Solana impresses, in my opinion, very much. And then there is ADA Cardano, and look at the AVAX at the moment. Therefore, we're interested in finding those coins that could potentially pump similarly. Coins that have recently entered the market, or coins that have not yet been pumped. Exactly these will give the biggest profits. But how to choose these promising coins out of thousands of cryptocurrencies? The easiest way is to follow our posts analyzing coins in the Telegram channel. I have left the link in the description. But let's, for example, name a couple of different coins from each sector, and then you make conclusions yourself. The first obvious trend is Layer 2 on Ethereum. These are projects like Arbitrum, Optimism, and the recently launched Manta Network. All of them are created to increase Ethereum's throughput and reduce commissions fees. And now several projects with bright futures are in line, such as zkSync, Starknet, Scroll, Linea, Base, and Zora. The second trend is blockchain games. Yes, they have not died yet. Another wave is coming. You might consider such a project as XAY. It's an overlay on the top of Arbitrum, thus becoming Layer 3, and its feature is that it allows interacting with game items on the blockchain but without wallet. And it's created by the way with the support of the main Arbitrum team. Another project that has recently seen the light is ALT Layer token. It's a modular blockchain that will be used in the gaming industry. It allows to deploy and fold a chain in a couple of clicks. This is useful both in creation and in expanding blockchain games. The third trend is AI and big data. Artificial intelligence and blockchain combine perfectly, and we have already seen the success of projects like Bitensor, TAO, which provides resources for machine learning. Pay attention to SingularityNet. It's a platform for the use, creation, and monetization of AI services. The token is called AGIX. Also, another project is Ocean Protocol, a platform for providing and using databases. The fourth trend hinted by large capitals is RWA, real-world assets. It's the tokenization of everything possible, from stocks to real estate. Franklin Templeton, a company managing $1.3 trillion, is making a huge bet on this area. And the project already traded in this industry are Golden Finch token and Synthetic token, SNX. Another interesting project without its token is Applium Network. It's a separate Layer 2 on Ethereum, specially developed for RWA. So we have stocked up on all these projects. And now let's figure out when they expect these 100 The peak growth of cryptocurrency historically occurs on the 525th day after the halving, and in this cycle it's October of 2025 year. And if you have done everything right, then during this period you should ready to sell all your coins at the maximum price. But what will happen to the market before that moment? Nobody can tell you. No such knowledge exists, so calmly distribute risks, average, and happiness will be yours. Bye.